Hi, my name is Sigi and I'm from TCG Bandits. We have received our return from the Beckett grading services. But before I hop onto that, if you haven't watched the video where I explain how to prepare and how to ship your cards to the Beckett grading services, I highly recommend you watch that first. So now we received our 14 cards back. We sent off 11 Pokemon English cards and 3 Pokemon Japanese cards. So as other YouTubers would say, I'm very curious to see what my grading numbers are. They already know because you receive an email from that. You already know before they are even shipped to you. So if you hear someone saying, I don't know my gradings yet, full of shit. Let's dive into it. Okay, we received the cards in a kind of a sleeve which is provided by Beckett. But to be honest, I don't like this sleeve. I like a sleeve that I can close up. What I don't understand is why Beckett, because they sell these resealable graded card sleeves, I don't understand why they just don't include these for every single graded card. But I've got them and I'm going to use them to put my cards in. Nice and easy because this one is just, I don't like it. Plain and simple. So I'm already going to prepare some. Okay, nice and easy. Let's now discover the grades that we got. I'm just going to remove them. I'm not going to hide the grades. Yeah, I'm not, we will see them. We will see them. So this is the Japanese 9.5. We all know Japanese, very great cards. So how do I put them in? Like that, and then I close it. So then you have the sticker here at the bottom, and your card looks clean. Plain and simple. So let's continue. What else do we got? Also, Japanese, Reshiram also 9.5. Not bad. The scores that I got, and obviously, of course, the Japanese cards are always better than the other ones. So this is the final Japanese card. Let's dive in. Yeah, Spark, Secret Rare, 9.5 as well. Now, interesting part, English side. Hey, Kufant, a 9. That's a bit of a shame. And if we look then closer, we have centering a 9, corners a 9, but edges and surface was a 10. So I did a very good analysis of the card, but the centering and the corners could have been better. But I'm looking into adding a new tool for then inspecting how the centering is. I had one of our subscribers that reached out and that gave some information about the tool that he ordered in the United States. So looking to order that and to use that. Oh, so Licanrock also a 9. If we look at this then, here we have centering, corners and edges, all three a 9. And still we got a 9 overall. The surface was a 10. Okay, this could have been better. So yeah, I really need to step it up a little bit more because I really want to get closer to getting a 10. Black label. Woo! Imagine that. Imagine that I get a black label, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, Cinderace VMAX. This is now a 10 pristine, and the grades are very exciting. Only Sandspring got a 9.5, all the others got a 10. So this one was really close in getting that black label. Now, I'm sure if you send it off to PSA, you got a 10. Plain and simple. But I don't want to do that. I send them to Beckett. So this one is really, really good. I really like it. Let's continue. We got here Dragapult, which is a 9, also a 9, but then the scores, yeah, centering and corners again, but and the edges also a 9.5. Yeah, some improvement needs to be done. I really need to look at it better. So then you see also now it's not so easy all the time. Yeah, let's continue. 9.5, the Charizard from the premium collection. Yeah, also centering and edges 9.5, surface and corners 10. Very, very good card. This card was really worth the effort in sending it over. That's my opinion. The other cards where I received a 9, not so much, I think. But sometimes it's just a guess. Also, Greninja, 9.5. The lowest is the Sunstring, a 9. All the others, 9.5. But not a single 10. Okay. But as we all know, Beckett is strict. And I feel they need to be strict because otherwise, what's the point? If every company keeps handing out a 10, like they give out candy to a child, then what's the point? What's the value of the market? 8.5. This one is not good. Surface was a 7.5. Although I made sure that the card was clean, I'm going to look at this afterwards. I'm not going to leave it. I want to take a closer look to see what really happened. This one, a 9. Yep, also could be better, could be better. I want to avoid everything below 9.5. I want to go for that 9.5 and 10. Those seem, for me, the best bang for your buck. This one as well could have been better, although, yeah, I checked the card, so. And you see, when you add then this kind of sleeve, it looks a lot more professional. It looks a lot more clean than from this, and it's just open, your card can fall out. I think you understand my point. Once again, a 9, Hijwapple. Yeah, it got a 10 on the edges, but only one 10, and then surface 9.5. But then the two other scores with a 9 knocked the card down until a 9. A bit of a shame. I would have appreciated the 9.5, but okay, you gotta deal with it. Final card, let's see what we got. An 8.5 again. Surface is an 8. So now I'm a bit curious. Ah, yeah, okay, I see something perhaps over there. Yeah. It's not so easy also inspecting a card when it's inside. Yeah, perhaps there is a spot, but it's difficult to say if this is the sleeve or not. Oh, the card is damaged. Here at the corner. That's really strange if I missed that. That's a clear damage in the corner. I need to check out my original video before I sent off the card to see if this was present. This is very interesting because you read stories, people send off their cards to Beckett, to CGC, to PSA, but then all of a sudden their card seems to be damaged, but it was not damaged when they sent it off. Can happen everywhere. Yeah, we are all people, and if you manage a card, anything can happen. So I'm going to verify that. You always need to verify your cards when you get them back to see are they really in the same state that you send them off. Especially if you now get an 8.5, perhaps that is also simply due to the thing that's happened, yeah, out of your control. Always check out your cards. Now I'm curious about the other 8.5. So this one has a surface 7.5, which is really bad. A 7.5 for the surface is really bad. Then that makes me wonder what the hell did go wrong. So there must be a spot somewhere trying to identify it, but nah, we'll need to use my more better tools, my light and things like that, and I need to investigate. But overall, if I look at how long it took, 4 weeks to be exact, from start to finish, to get my cards back into my hands, 4 weeks is a dream. They are strict, yes, but they also got a fixed price, 20 euros a card, excluding shipping costs and insurance on that shipping, of course. And I'm not affiliated with Beckett whatsoever. This is still an unbiased review because I also already had a negative experience where the label was wrong. Those cards are still not back, by the way. They were sent off 2 days before, but it takes a bit longer because it's a different process apparently. That's something else. I will create a new video about that, how long that took. But for me personally, 1 month that you lose your cards is still fine. Because take this for example, imagine you open a new set, Destined Rivals, and you pull the chase card and you want to send it off to Beckett or PSA, and you're doubting. If you send it to PSA, might be gone for 6 months. If you send it to Beckett, it's gone for 1 month. What do you think the value of that card could be in 1 month or in 6 months? Could be a huge difference because perhaps in those 6 months, the value of that card could have been diminished due to reprints. Could be because a lot of people are going to open products, prices go down because more cards are coming up on the market, and perhaps other people send their cards off to PSA with a faster grading service than you, so they get their card back very sooner, and you're screwed. So for me personally, I don't like sending off my cards to the United States, especially not with all the crap going on, and I prefer them now doing it with Beckett in Europe. I'm not saying I will remain always with Beckett. I feel you gotta try it out, yeah, but I don't want to send it across the puddle. Perhaps one day, if PSA comes to Europe and they do their grading in Europe, perhaps I will try it out. Just don't like the slaps. PSA, change that. But then to wrap up, I would like to know, what are your thoughts about this process, how it went? Do you feel comfortable in sending your cards to Beckett, or are you still preferring PSA? Will you give it a try, perhaps at least, to send them to Beckett? Do you say, I don't want my cards graded, I just want them in my binder, a top loader is sufficient for me, they have their value and I don't need a graded card? Could be interesting in reading those comments, knowing your opinions. If you are looking for sealed products, semi-rigid top loaders to send off your cards for grading, or these sleeves to preserve your cards after they got graded, then head over to our website tcgbandits.eu. And if you haven't liked this video yet, then please drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and click that notification bell. Then you get alerted when I upload a new video. I thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.